And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show has action out of the NL Central. It's the Cincinnati Reds and the Chicago Cubs. First pitch coming your way next. All right, first pitch coming up. So here's the lefty, Matthew Boyd. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
Inside, just missed.
I think it's very important to establish the inside part of the plate early. It sets the tone for the rest of the game.
And that is out of play. The other way, hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's the lineup for the Reds. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Elly De La Cruz.
And he's leading them in runs batted in this season, which tells me this guy is able to slow things down when it seems like there's a little bit of pressure, and he's looking at it as an opportunity to do damage. You know, a lot of guys, they see runners on base and they get big. They feel like all this pressure, I've got to get these runs in, but somehow he seems to settle into these situations. So watch out when he comes to the plate.
Santiago Espinal stands in now and watches strike one. Just off the inside edge. One out, base is empty. In the air, left field. That's out number 2.
Batting third, the shortstop, Elly.
2 down, base is empty. Elly De La Cruz, the next to hit for the Reds. A switch hitter batting right. That breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Pitch misses, and that is ball 1.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And that's downstairs. 2-2. Two outs, base is empty. Elly falls victim to the K. Reds go down quietly. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at the friendly confines. And on the hill in this one, Hunter Green. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. Inside, almost got him. Fights that one away, still 1-2. The wind of the pitch. Struck him out looking. Called strike 3 on a fastball up in the zone.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Kyle Tucker, batting with one down, takes a strike. Tucker, who's been an all-star and a Gold Glover. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And that one is inside ball 1. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
That one finds the zone, and 1-1.
First 2 hitters get punched out on strikes. Take some notes from the dugout. When you get your chance, go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
That one's in there, and the count 1-2. And that's down and away.
2-2 the count.
That one off the mark, and the count is filled up.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out the side in the first. Second inning coming up here at Wrigley. No score. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. New inning getting started. And now the DH, Austin Hayes. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. He's got it, and there's one away.
That is it. The catcher, Tyler Stevenson.
And now it's going to be Tyler Stevenson. High in the air, out to right. Suzuki pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Batting 6, the first baseman, number 7.
2 outs, base is empty. In now for the Reds, Spencer Steer. Pitch misses. 1-0. Second inning here, no score. And it's fouled away.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Two outs. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Now to the bottom of the second. We're tied, 0-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. So up now for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. Green back to work. And that's in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
No, that was a pretty poor at bat. He just never got the bat out of his shoulder. I mean, you've got to go up there looking to swing at some point, especially once you're down 0-2. And at that point, make an adjustment. Look to put the ball in play if it's anywhere close. And I'm just not sure what the plan was there.
And now the batter is Carson Kelly. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. That's outside. And the count is 1-1. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
1 down, base is empty. That's to third. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Batting 6, the first baseman, Michael
Busch, the next Cub to hit. Strike 1.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Right through there for a strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
That one inside. Look out.
Well, you've got to establish the inside part of the plate early, and that sends a message not just to this hitter, but to the rest of the lineup as well.
And that's how they get their first base runner of the game. Dansby Swanson stands in.
He's done a great job making contact recently. Batting over 300 so far this month. Swanson, former first-round pick by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Vanderbilt player in college, College World Series player, all that good stuff, but really coming into his own.
That one fouled hard the other way. Fought off foul.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Outside, and that's ball 1. Got him swinging. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We played 2 full, no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And now the right fielder, Connor Joe. That one's in there. That's strike one.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, should be a good outing for him.
Ground ball up the middle. Horner jumps, throws. Nicely done for the out.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Matt McClain in the box with one away as he takes ball one. Top of the third, no score. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit. Just kept it simple, played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's Garrett Hampson. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. Bunt attempt. Popped up. Kelly makes the grab. 2 down. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit. And when guys rush, it can be a pop-up or it can be bunted right back at a position player.
Back to the top of the lineup, TJ Friedl, the next to hit for the Reds. 0 for 1 so far. Snap throw to first. And he's back in safely. And the first pitch is drilled in the air out to center. Crow Armstrong should have it. Brings it in. And that is that. Reds leave one. And we're still knotted at 0. Bottom of the inning. So up now for Chicago. Nico Horner singing he's never finished the season with more stolen bases in his entire career. Shortened the bunt and missed it. 0-1. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
0-2.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And that's in the dirt. And that's ball one.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Batting ninth, the third baseman, Matt.
Here's the third baseman, Matt Shaw. That one fouled off. And that's outside. And it's 1-1. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Hit
on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. So the one-out hit turns the lineup over.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A
No
bit of a
left
lost
fielder.
start for
Number 8.
some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
So the lineup flips over. Ian Happ up to hit. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Late on that fastball.
0-1's the count.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Well, he really filled up the strike zone in that at-bat until that final pitch. And as a hitter, you sense that they're coming after you, not dancing around the strike zone. They want to attack, and so you kind of get into swing mode, and you have to protect the plate. That's when you become really susceptible to something that makes you chase, and that's exactly what happened right there.
Here's Kyle Tucker. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Two outs. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a ground ball. Fires over to first. And Tucker is retired. Third out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. On to inning number 4. We're tied 0-0. On to the 4th. Now the number 2 hitter, Santiago Espinal.
Santiago Espinal.
Popped up. Corner. Hauls it in for the out. Ellie De La Cruz, the next to hit for the Reds. He's 0 for 1.
You know, one of the most memorable innings ever for Ellie happened in July 2023. In one inning, De La Cruz hit a 2-out single to take the lead and then proceeded to do something that a Reds player hasn't done in more than 100 years. He stole second, third, and home in the same inning. It only took 2 pitches for him to steal all 3 bases.
That's down and in. Hard hit right side. Whips it to first. And a couple of quick outs.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now it's Austin Hayes. 0 for 1 with a fly out. Hayes in his 6th season, 29 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2016. Softly hit to third. Zips it across. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Nobody left for Cincinnati. And we are still scoreless. Bottom of the 4th. So up now for Chicago. Seiya Suzuki.
Not a lot of people know this, but this isn't the only Wrigley Field in MLB history. You know, when the league expanded and added the Los Angeles Angels in 1961.
This ball is hammered deep center field. Way back there. On its way. Out of here. That'll fire up the dugout. Home run number 15 on the year. Just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
So digging in, Pete Crow Armstrong. His first at-bat was a strikeout. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
You know, these Cubs showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
And he chases that one. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Just overmatched on
Now
that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Here's the catcher to hit, Carson Kelly. Clips the outside corner, and it's 0-1.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Now the 0-1.
Ball 1. 1-1.
And a foul ball. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
2 down, bases empty. And up next for Chicago, Michael Busch. And first offering is fouled off. And a slider catches the zone.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
That one missed.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
The next offering misses, and that's ball 3. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Swanson takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. Six straight outside the strike zone.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Busch leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next offering is in for a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike. Hey! 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. A dive, and he can't haul it in. Coming home. He'll score.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
So runner at second, 2 down. So here's Horner now. He's 0 for 1. In the air, left field, down the line, and that is foul. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Next offering is downstairs.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Cubs 2 and the Reds nothing. Here at Wrigley Field, ready now for the 5th inning. And now the catcher comes up to him. Tyler Stevenson. Boyd back to work. Right through there for a strike.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
0-2.
Pitch misses inside. And the count 1-2.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
That one just misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's what it was. If you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout. No, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Spencer Steer now at the plate. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. And that one upstairs, ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Struck him out looking. Now it's the right fielder, Connor Joe, grounded out his first time. That misses, and it's 1-0.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
2 down, nobody on. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Gets under it and pops it up. Swanson drifts towards it. And that is that. And 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. And they're down 2-0. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Down the third baseman, Matt Shaw.
Matt Shaw.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
0-1.
And he pumps it a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Got him. With number 9 for him in this game. 9.
Wow, just great bite to that
Now
slider.
batting,
Broke hard
left
out of the
field,
zone,
Ian.
and he just couldn't hold up the swing.
Ah.
You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Just missed.
He missed the zone,
One
but I
ball,
don't think he missed
2
his
strikes.
spot. That was a good pitch with 2 strikes.
And now it's even up.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And down on strikes he goes. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Third time
the
he struck
designated
out in
hitter,
this one, and
Kyle
definitely an individual performance you want to
Tucker.
flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. His 13th home run of the season, and they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
That home run was a no-doubter. As we dive into the numbers with StatCast.
Crushed, Boog. Just absolutely crushed. 112 miles per hour on the exit velo, and like you said, no doubt about that one. Plenty of launch angle to give it that backspin as well, and that carried way over the wall.
Now the Reds manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Hunter Green departs, and he had a tough time keeping them in the ball game today. We'll get a new arm when we come back. New pitcher for the Reds, Nick Martinez.
This
Number
guy's a
28.
strike thrower. He's done an excellent
Nick
job of avoiding walks so
Martinez.
far this season.
So 2 away with nobody on. Now Seiya Suzuki. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Two outs. And a strike. Activity in the bullpen for the Reds. Andrew Abbott, the young lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. And the 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now 3-0. You're dialed into the show. Top 6. Here's the second baseman, Matt McLean.
McLean.
Down the line, it's a base hit. And they have their first hit since the 3rd inning.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Garrett Hampson, the next to hit for the Reds. He popped out to the catcher his first time up. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Popped up, and that's foul. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, he just went right after him there. No messing around with the off-speed stuff. Here's my fastball. If you can hit it, go for it. 3 fastballs. See you later. Definitely builds your confidence out on the mound.
So back to the top of the Reds lineup. TJ Friedl, the next to hit for the Reds. Runner on the go. Strike in there. Throw. Save. McLean, the runner at second with 1 away. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a ball popped up. Suzuki running hard for it. Got it. Nice grab. And there's 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
So up next, Santiago Espinal. 0 for 2 in this one. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. Runner at second, 2 down. And we're in the top half of the 6th. And another ball. And there's a foul ball. Line drive, brings it in for the 3rd out. So 1 left for Cincinnati. They trail it here 3-0. Bottom of the 6th inning. Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter, Pete Crow Armstrong. That's in there. And it's 0-1. The Cincinnati bullpen has some movement. Scott Barlow up and throwing for Terry Francona. Suter warming up as well. Oh, great grab on the dive. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the
Now
out.
batting.
Man, a lot
Catcher,
going on that
Carson.
play. Diving stop to
Kelly.
his right in that hole, and then gets up and takes it himself. Man, it's a one-man show.
Carson Kelly digs in now. Missed with a changeup. Ball 1. Swings through that.
I think he was sitting off speed
One
there.
ball, one strike.
And that's too high.
Ball.
Swinging a foul straight back. And it remains 2-2. Good eye right there.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
The kick, the 3-2. Misses downstairs, and that's ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches
Now
and earned a
batting.
walk.
First baseman,
What a battle.
Michael.
It's not always easy laying off a 3-2
Bush.
pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Michael Bush, the next Cub to hit. Bush swinging it much better this season in away games than here at home. First
Ball
pitch
1.
doesn't find the zone. Runner on the go. It's in the dirt.
2.
The throw,
One
tag,
ball,
and he's out.
2 strikes.
Not a fast runner on the base path, so this kind of looks like it was a hit and run called from the dugout. Got to make contact some way or somehow, because that guy's not going to be able to steal second base and be safe.
Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. That one blasted deep to right. That's back. Makes the catch up against the wall. Nothing doing here this half. We're through 6 full. It's the Cubs 3 and the Reds nothing. Top of inning number 7, and the batter will be the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. Foul ball there.
Hitting is all about anticipation, and right now this lineup is struggling with it. Their swings are mistimed, and it's produced a few ugly cuts here and there.
Hit on the ground to short. Swanson fires over to first. One up, one down.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
And the batter now, Austin Hayes. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Drew Pomerantz up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Keller also throwing.
Ball in.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
The batter, the catcher, Tyler Stevenson.
Tyler Stevenson, the next to hit for the Reds. In for a strike, 0-1.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
Hayes, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. To the left side, but it is well foul. Inside. Now 1-2. Ground ball right side, could be 2. To second, that's 1. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. It's the Cubs 3 and the Reds nothing. Bottom of the 7th, and here comes Dansby Swanson. And first offering is fouled off. Foul ball. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The shortstop takes the ball.
Strike.
And now the count is even. Dansby will head back to the dugout after the K.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, sort of pitch you're hoping for, a bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
That one the other way, and base hit.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Matt Shaw, the next Cub to hit. 1 for 2. And that one cutting but missing down low. Man at first, 1 away. Horner on the go. That's in for a strike. And safe. It's a stolen base.
That's ball 2.
Squirts away a little bit. Too low, and it's ball 3. Swung on, belted. That one back. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. He circles the bases. His 2nd of the year, and they add a couple more. It's 5-zip. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
One out, bases empty. Ian Happ, the next Cub to hit. And that drops in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
And a foul ball. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And that's outside.
2 strikes.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. Espinal settles under it and makes the catch.
Now batting,
and there's
the
2 down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
2 outs, base is empty. Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now. Check swing, no appeal. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here, the bottom of the 7th.
Ball.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Seiya Suzuki would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
Swing and a foul out of play. And Kyle Tucker will take his base.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his
Now
career
batting,
since
the
day
right
one.
field.
And next for the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki. He's already homered here in this one. Yeah, that's fouled off. Tucker off of first with 2 away. Pitch is in there. That is strike 2.
That's a ball.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. The hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
2 outs. Breaking ball misses down and away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. Cubs add 2 on this homer. And the lead is now 5-0. Back after this on the show. We're at the top of the 8th, and now the first baseman, Spencer Steer. Boyd still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one, and at this point, he wants to finish what he started.
Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
Absolutely. When you consider over the course of a long season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to pry the ball out of a hand of a guy like this because he's so competitive.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. he wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at-bat like that as a hitter other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. He's got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Joe stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Suzuki makes the grab, and there's 2 away. Two down, base is empty. Matt McLean, the next to hit for the Reds. He's 2 for 2. There's a strike.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Kelly tosses to first, and that's the 3rd out. Totally dominant on the mound as he's through 8 without surrendering a run. It's the Cubs 5 and the Reds nothing.
Now pitching for
Brent Suter
Cincinnati,
taking over on the mound.
number 31.
He's having a ton of success facing left-handed hitters this season, so this seems like a smart move to turn to him with a lefty at the plate.
And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And first offering is fouled off. Tap foul at the plate. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Swings and misses, and there's 1 down.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
The throw to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, first baseman Michael Busch.
So up now for Chicago, Michael Busch. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Scott Barlow up and throwing for Terry Francona. Abbott getting loose as well. Two down, nobody on. That's off the inside corner. Going to count 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And a 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Looks like he's heading back out for the 9th as he'll go for the shutout when we get back.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back.
Chicago
It's the top of the
Cubs.
9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound,
32.
Ben Brown.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these
Leading off for
hitters.
Cincinnati, the
Garrett
left fielder,
Hampson
number 8,
getting ready
Garrett
to hit.
Hampson.
Shortened the bunt and missed it. 0-1. Just missed. The 1-1 is fouled off. connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or
Now
Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Up the middle, corner. In plenty of time to first, and a couple of quick outs.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
Reds down to their final out. And now, Santiago Espinal. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
0-1's the count.
Lifted to left, and that should do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs use 2 pitchers to combine for the shutout.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching. The team is making the plays defensively. This is the kind of feeling, it's not going to last all season long, but you want to ride it as long as you possibly can. Perhaps push it up to double digits.
5-0 the final in this one. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Just about to get underway. Today's starting pitcher, Zach Wheeler. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Singy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
Okay, all set to go. This is Bryce Terang. That catches the top part of the zone, and we are underway. Next pitch is outside.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
And that's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Jackson Chourio up now for the Brewers. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt. That one well upstairs. 1-0.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Pulls that one foul.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Terang aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
2 strikes.
And the sweeper misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Set down on strikes. Went back to the sweeper, and it was effective.
Batting third, the designated
Now
hitter,
it's Christian
Yelich.
Yelich. The MVP in 2018, the runner-up in 2019. Here goes the runner. Pitch misses.
That's the ball.
Throw, tag, ow! A bullet from JT Realmuto.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
2 outs.
That's out.
That
Ball
one
3.
misses. 3 balls, no strikes.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
3-0 down. And that's in for a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Next offering is fouled back. 2 out, space is empty. Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very
Batting
aggressive
fourth,
secondary
catcher,
lead. So a
William
ball down the
Contreras.
line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you
Rudder takes off. There's a ball. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. Rudder at second, 2 down. That one ripped. See you later. He sends a rocket to left. It's 2-0. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. Oh, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
At the plate, Sal Frelick. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Wheeler, 34-year-old vet, a former first-round pick back in 2009. Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. 2 runs for Milwaukee on the dinger. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here in Philadelphia, Towing the slab in today's game, Freddie Peralta. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
And he bunts, but that's a foul ball. And there's a ball.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Good eye on that spot.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Swing and a ball popped up. Terang sizing this one up, and he makes the catch. One away. And time now for the Phillies lineup. They do a lot of things well in this offense, Singy. They control the strike zone. They make pitchers work hard for outs. And as a result, one of the better OBP teams in the league.
Well, what I love about it is it's an organizational philosophy. Whether you go to instructional league, whether you go to spring training, you see these players even during batting practice. When it doesn't matter, they're practicing that type of approach, Boog. And when you have that filtering through the organization, even when you call up a player, they step right in and continue with the pattern that they have established at this level, which ultimately leads to a lot of success.
You translate on base percentage, it's basically this. Teams that have a high on base percentage, they don't make outs at a very high rate. As my buddy Joe Sheehan says, OBP is life. And now it's Alec Bohm right through there for a strike. And a pitch. Just missed.
Outside.
Man at first, one away. Fastball is outside. Out to center. And there's two away.
Batting fourth, right fielder, Nick Castellanos.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Currently owns a 7-game hitting streak.
Late on that fastball.
Good fastball going early until they show they can make some good contact. You keep on throwing the pitch.
Now 1-1.
Inside.
And it's fouled away. And a good eye there. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Caught him looking for the K. So one hit is all they get. We move on to inning number 2 here in Philadelphia. It's the Brewers 2 and the Phillies nothing. Second inning set to go. Now the left fielder, Isaac Collins. Wheeler back to work. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
1-1.
Dave Lawrence assigned to work home plate in this one.
Good umpire, Boog. Very fair, very consistent. Now, I did hear some feedback that he opens up the outside corner a little bit on left-handed hitters, which, you know, for me, I'd be kind of salty. So maybe something to keep an eye on and see if that factors into this one at all.
And he lays down a bunt and a foul ball. That was the sweeper, but it missed. How much were you aware of the umpire's scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Man at first. Here's the rookie third baseman. And that one wrapped foul.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Checks over to first. Back safely. And it's even up. Late swing fouled off. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Collins gets his lead at first with nobody out. Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Now here's Jake Bauers. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike one.
0-1's the count.
Wheeler with a throw over. And he's back in on a dive. And it's 1-1. In the air, right field, and it's just foul. Inside, almost got him. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Next for Milwaukee, Joseph Ortiz. To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Brewers 2 and the Phillies nothing. Bottom half of inning
Leading
number
off
2.
for
Here's the Phillies
Phillies.
catcher, JT Realmuto.
JT Realmuto.
And that drops in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Throw over to Bowers, and Realmuto is out.
Batting sixth, third baseman, Edmundo
And here is Sosa to the plate. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Headed towards the corner. Frelick running hard to get it. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Next offering is in for a strike. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
That misses the zone. Full count now. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Wilson.
2 outs, base is empty. Weston Wilson stands in for the Phillies. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
And ball 1. That clips the zone. 1-2. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Chorio going back. And that one is off the wall. And that's a double.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. So close to blasting that one out of here the other way, but well, it's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though. Let the ball get a little deep and drove it to the opposite field.
This is Bryson Stott, a former first-round pick, and he's really turned into a nice everyday player.